I was just told all my whole life, America's number one.
Yeah.
No debate, most powerful military. We can kick anybody's ass, no questions asked. And, you know, I more or less had that belief until this war happened in Ukraine. And then I was like, I think we would struggle against Zimbabwe at this point. You know, it's like, maybe not that bad, but you know what I mean. How did we get to this point? How did this happen? We spend $1 trillion a year on our military industrial complex.
We have a for-profit military industry, and the Russians have a for-purpose. We have these for-profit corporations that churn out our missiles. Now, that doesn't mean they can't do a great job. And if you had a really clean system with, let's say, with good oversight and real competition between companies, it could actually be a very effective way to produce weapons. But the thing is, over time, these for-profit corporations have corrupted the whole process. You know, we have what's called a revolving door. There's generals, retire and they become lobbyists for these corporations. And everybody knows that it's going to happen. So even before they become lobbyists, they've already kind of cozied up to the corporations and give them, really lucrative contracts. And that's what it's all about. It's become a very cozy relationship between the Pentagon and in general, the security state on the one hand and these corporations on the other. And for them, it is all about profit on both sides. A lot of people have done very well by the system. Many, many people have, and they have no interest in changing it. It's just that, in the end, it doesn't really meet the purpose. But these people don't care about that. It's about profit. That's what's happened. So we have these big kind of flashy weapons with lots of bells and whistles on them that are over-engineered and actually extremely expensive. And that's actually the point of it. There's no incentive to actually keep costs down. The incentive is to increase the price tag, and then everybody gets a bigger share, right? So that's the way things are. That's the system in this country. So we have these big flashy systems, that used to do really well at the military expos in these various third world countries, and oil exporting countries like Saudi Arabia would buy them up. They were happy to have these big shiny toys. But this war in Ukraine has exposed the weakness of the system. First of all, it turns out we don't have very many. We're not able to produce them in sufficient quantities for a real war. And then second, that these are not nearly as effective as they were claimed to be. That the Russians have found ways to neutralize all of them. And the Saudis and other people can see it. So, just as an example, the Saudis for the first time ever bought an air defense system from Russia just about a month ago. And I think that's just the beginning of a major trend, a shift away from American weapon systems.